Opinions don't matter, and here's why. I've been looking into human psychology, and almost everybody is wrong about something or another. But they firmly believe that they have the facts and what they think is true. Once facts are established, opinions can be formed. The problem is that when things sound logical, people blindly follow that belief. You know what I'm talking about, Zach?
I totally understand.
So, beliefs and opinions start to form during childhood. Do you agree?
Yeah. It starts right when you get when you start to have a memory and all that. I think that's when it starts to form.
Well, yeah, think about it. Like when you're growing up, you have a lot of input from outside sources.
Oh, really?
From the people around you, like your parents. So if your parents have certain beliefs, such as religious beliefs, political beliefs, anything, you're going to believe the same kind of stuff until you're a little bit older and you have different facts that are presented to you and maybe change your mind a little bit. People get really passionate about the things that they believe and the opinions that they have. But being presented with facts that suggest their current beliefs are wrong may cause people to feel threatened. Like it feels like an attack on you if one of your strongly held beliefs is challenged. And most people don't really realize this and will subconsciously ignore actual facts that don't align with their beliefs just because it challenges their morality.
That sounds very familiar.
I know, right? It's like, so the whole thing that's going on right now in 2024 is people will come up to you and say, my opinion is different than yours, and then just feel like they're being attacked because, oh, you think I'm wrong? I'm not wrong. You're wrong. But they don't base it off of facts. They base it off of opinions.
Yeah. Like they won't listen to anything anybody says that doesn't agree with theirs.
Exactly. And for instance, like, let's say your favorite superhero is Spider-Man, right? And you believe Spider-Man's the best dude in the world. There's nothing wrong with Spider-Man. But then it comes out that there's a fact that Spider-Man killed an innocent person. You're more likely to discredit that fact or not believe that fact because your belief is Spider-Man's the best person in the world and he could do no wrong. So take that and use it in a real life scenario. It happens all the time. And people ruin relationships, friendships, people get into wars over opinions. And I think it's just ridiculous because your opinion doesn't matter to anybody but you. So people should just keep their opinions to themselves. So there's another bias that can get in the way of challenging your mind. It's called the confirmation bias. It's the brain's way to seek out information and interpret things in a way that supports your existing beliefs. So like interacting with like-minded people, interacting with social media or media that represents your beliefs, it reinforces the confirmation bias. So, for example, if you're a Democrat, more than likely you would watch CNN.
Yeah.
And believe everything they say because they have the same liberal beliefs. Now, if you're a Republican, you probably watch
Fox News.
Yep, Fox News, because they lean towards the conservative beliefs. Now, I pulled up this graph, and I'll show it to you here in a little bit, but I'll put it up on the screen for everybody. It's a 2016 Gallup poll, and it shows an example of that exact bias. In a 2-week period spanning in the 2016 election, both Republicans and Democrats drastically changed their opinions about the state of the economy. So before the election was over, they asked both parties, what do you think of the state of the economy? At the time, there was a Democratic president, so the Republicans said that the state of the economy was horrible, Democrats said it was great. As soon as tables turned, the election was over, there was a Republican in office. 2 weeks later, they asked the same question, and it had completely flopped. The Democrats said that the state of the economy was horrible, and Republicans said it was great. So they both drastically changed their opinions, just based off of their personal beliefs and opinions, not facts. That's a dangerous way to live your life. So something that really makes the psychology make sense is like when you win an argument, there's a flood of hormones like dopamine and adrenaline, and they cause the same feeling that you have when you have sex, or do other like wild activities like skydiving or bungee jumping. And then in situations of high stress or distrust, your body releases another hormone called cortisol. And it can make you think erratically and take away your ability to have reason and understand logic. Your brain's amygdala becomes more active, which controls your fight or flight reaction when you feel threatened. But see, here's the thing. You can train yourself to have an open mind. You have to allow yourself to learn new things, search out perspectives from multiple sides, try to form and modify your opinions based on evidence that is accurate and verified. A big thing when doing your own research on any topic that could be opinion swayed, you have to not let yourself be swayed by outliers. Meaning, well, for example, you got to give more credit to the hundreds of doctors and public health officials who have evidence about, let's say, vaccines, for instance. It's generally known that you should have your children vaccinated, right?
Depends on the person, I guess.
Yeah, but it's generally...
It's like a half and half thing.
But the scientific fact, though, is generally the population believes that you should have your children vaccinated. Now, the people that don't believe stuff like that are the ones that give credit to the outliers, the ones that are like a singular doctor on a podcast whose opinion is different than everybody else's, all the rest of the doctors. But that's just the thing. That's his opinion. That's not facts. So that's what I'm saying. Your opinion doesn't matter. My opinion doesn't matter. Everything that I'm telling you and the shit that I think right now doesn't matter. It's the facts that matter. And another big dangerous thing that happens out there with like people being swayed with misinformation and everything happens because of repeated statements. And repeated statements are often perceived as truthful or more truthful than new information. And trust me, social media manipulators, politicians, people in power, they all know how that works. They know how to sway your opinions. They know how to repeat fake news. I don't really want to use that term, but they know how to repeat stuff continuously to make you believe it's true, make it a fact. If somebody were to tell you that I only have 9 toes, and you don't see for yourself, and you get told that I only have 9 toes continuously for 3 weeks straight without checking that fact, you're going to believe I only have 9 toes. Here's my opinion. Quit being lazy. Quit being a sheep. Go do your own research. Have an open mind. Keep an open mind. Let others' opinions run through your mind. Let other facts run through your mind. So, if we continue to be closed-minded and let opinions and emotions run our lives, we'll never move forward as a species. We'll always be the same dumb monkeys that we've always been. Do you have anything to add to that?
So, instead of just listening to other people's facts, if it's something that you can research yourself, like, say, it's like a science thing, like for health or something like that, and somebody says something, and you want to know if it's true, try it out. Like, another thing is, a lot of facts out there aren't actually facts.
It has to be a credible source.
Yeah.
I mean, and sometimes
it's
hard to find.
Even some credible sources are lying to you.
Yeah. Which, I mean, makes it non-credible anymore. But it's hard to find a credible source sometimes. Sometimes you have to go to the main source, and sometimes that's
the only
impossible.
Credible source that's 100% is you trying it out yourself and finding the answer.
Yeah. And that's, like, we were talking a couple videos ago about, like, living in a simulation and how nobody really knows anything. There are certain things out there that can't become fact, so it's just based off of opinion. And that's a good example right there that you said. All right, well, thanks for listening to our opinions and us spiel about bullshit. We'll see you guys next time.